Happy and Healthy.
This is a new series aimed at providing older adults with resources on health, fitness, finances, and other services.
Happy and Healthy. Welcome to the Happy and Healthy Show. I'm Frederica Russell, your host, and our subject today is getting around town, exploring our wonderful world here in Tampa, Florida, and around the Bay Area. Today our guests are, we have Anne-Marie Flannery, and Anne-Marie is the Associate State Director for Community Outreach. And she's going to tell us today about the AARP Safe Driver program that they have on. It's actually a course, and so I know you'll all be interested in hearing about that. Welcome, Anne-Marie.
Thank you.
And our second guest is Marcia Mahiga. Marcia is with the HART. Marcia is the Public Information Officer for HART. And HART stands for the Hillsborough Area Regional Transit Authority. Welcome, ladies, and welcome, viewers, to our show. So I'd like to start right now with Anne-Marie Flannery. She's with AARP. And AARP has a safe driver course that we all might be interested in. You want to tell us about it, Anne-Marie?
Sure. Well, thank you for having me here today. AARP has a course called Driver Safety, and the course is designed for those individuals 50 plus, although anyone can take the class. And basically it's a refresher class because a lot of times people may not have sort of study the rules of the road, or there might be different driving conditions, and so it goes over some defensive driving tips.
Do we have to go to a certain place in order to take the course? I understand, I looked at the website, it's a 6-hour course, is that correct?
It is.
Now, is that spread over a period of time, or is it all one thing?
There's different options that you can do. You can either take an in-classroom course, and it can either be one day for 6 hours, or it can be split up over a course of 2 days. And a course is $12 for AARP members and $14 for non-AARP members. Or you could take it online, and it's available in both English and Spanish online, and that's something you could do in the comfort of your own home, and you log on, and I think you have a set time frame that you're able to do it, but it's a little bit more flexible.
Yeah, I would definitely like the online one. If it's going to be 6 hours, it's more of a course and a test at the same time, or do you take the test later?
It's more of just a course, just to refresh people's driving skills and to go over defensive driving. It does have a benefit. Some insurance companies do offer a discount on their insurance, but it's all individually based on your individual insurer. Yeah. But that is a good bonus if you take the course.
Yeah, because now you can get your driver's license, you know, for like 6 years or 8 years out. And I mean, I don't care what age you're in, you can always forget over a period of 6 or 7 years. Plus the rules change too, the laws change as well. So
exactly.
It's very good. Or can you be from anywhere and take it? Or?
Yes, you can take it anywhere, and you can go online to www.aarp.org/drive. And once you go onto our website, there's a link where you could enter in your address or even your zip code, and it will pull up a list of classroom courses that are closest to your home, and then it gives you information on how you can sign up for that course.
Yes, I did go there last night on the internet, and it was very easy. It was easy to see exactly, you know, it was all alphabetized as to the locations. I noticed Plant City, Brandon.
Right. It's a nationwide
Apollo
program.
Beach even.
So, yeah. So all across the Tampa Bay area. And there's also a toll-free number you could call as well, 888-AARP-NOW, and it walks you through different prompts, and you can enter your zip code, and it will connect you with a voicemail for the course closest to your home.
All right, well, let's go over here to Marcia Mahiga. And I think it's a lovely name.
Thank you.
You are the Public Information Officer for HART, or the Hillsborough Area Regional Transit Authority. And I was looking at that and I said, you know, it really ought to be HARTA, like Marta is, you know, with the authority on the end.
In Atlanta, yeah.
But anyway, tell us about your special programs. I know HART's got a lot of them, and some that might be interesting to the people that are watching our show.
Absolutely. HARP provides public transit service throughout Hillsborough County, specifically bus and van-based service. For seniors, they may especially be interested in our van-based service. One of our newer programs that has been in effect is our HARP Flex service. And basically what that is, it's community-based transportation that works two ways. Again, it's van-based, and you can call ahead with a reservation for a pickup and get curbside service, as long as point A and point B is within the same HARP Flex zone. Or you can use it as a traditional bus service. HARP Flex operates along a specific route and then deviates to make those special pickups and drop-offs. But we do have traditional bus stops along the HARP Flex route, so someone can go and walk up to the HARP Flex bus stop and wait for the van at a specific time. We have 5 zones throughout Hillsborough County and Town and Country, South Tampa, South County, Northdale, and Brandon. They've been very popular. We opened it up in 2010, and we expanded the program in 2011.
I understand that we're getting a sort of a rapid rail, or not a rapid transit, with where the bus drivers, as they're approaching the intersections, can actually manipulate the length that the lights are on, like there'd be a longer green or a shorter red.
Yeah, we're very excited about opening the Metro Rapid North-South service.
Yes.
In spring of 2013. That's going to operate along one of our busiest bus ridership corridors, which is along Nebraska and Fletcher Avenues, and it's going to connect folks from Northtown to downtown, where some of our major employment centers are downtown in the USF area. And you're right, it includes travel time saving features, such as transit signal priority. And what that exactly is, it's a GPS-based technology where as the bus approaches a signalized intersection with this technology, it'll talk to the bus and it'll hold that green light a little bit longer or shorten the red light so the bus can clear through the intersection and keep operating on time. It also features bus stations, which with enhanced passenger amenities such as ticket vending machines, so folks can purchase their tickets with cash and get change back, or with credit or debit cards, and have their boarding pass ready. Before the bus arrives. It also features bicycle racks at all of the stations and passenger information. So we feel it's going to be very popular, and again, that'll open in late spring of 2013. I
think on the internet, it said on your website that you can run the whole route from Tampa, downtown Tampa, all the way to Fowler and I forget 56th Street or something, wasn't it?
What they call the Telecom Park area.
I mean the Fletcher, yeah, the Telecom, yeah. That's even past 56th Street in 55 minutes.
Right.
And that's pretty amazing.
Less than an hour.
Yeah, less than an hour.
So like I said, it uses some of those travel time saving features to keep those buses running on time. It's going to be on a high frequency schedule every 15 minutes, so that if you walk up to one of the Metro Rapid stations, you know one's coming pretty soon.
That's right. Can you tell us a little bit about your ADA committee, how they're working with people with disabilities?
Yeah, absolutely. Another van-based service that we have is HARP Plus, and that's a paratransit service for people with disabilities. To qualify for that, you can fill out an application. It's available online at gohart.org. That's GOHART.org. We have an ADA Accessibility Advisory Committee that advises HART. It's made up of folks who are with organizations that help people with disabilities, and it's made up of HART Plus customers as well. And they meet quarterly and advise HART on improvements and give us feedback. It's also an important part of our bus stop improvement program. And what that is, it's been going on for more than 2 years now. We've been going route by route to make sure that all of our bus stops, there's 3,200 in Hillsborough County, to make sure all of our bus stops are ADA compliant. And at the same time, where we can, we try to improve them with shelters. Sometimes we install sidewalks to improve connectivity and accessibility to the bus stop. This upcoming year, or this year actually, in 2013, we plan to improve more than 200 bus stops. So,
if a person actually qualifies for that ADA accessibility, Heart Plus, then you'll actually come and pick them up in some situations, right, and deliver them to either the nearest bus stop or their destination.
Right. Heart Plus provides that curbside service, but since we've been, really improving our accessibility at our bus stops, sometimes folks may not realize that they do have accessibility to a traditional bus stop, and they may choose to combine their trips between paratransit and Heart Bus service. We have a travel training program that can help folks who are interested in using public transit and don't use it now or haven't used it in a long time, and just new, it's fully bilingual now. So, and it can help folks learn the bus route schedules, learn more about Heart Plus, learn more about Heart Flex, and all of our fare structures, and it's been really popular, and like I said, we just expanded it to include a bilingual travel training program as well.
I want to tell everyone to make sure you visit these sites that come up on your screen and call the telephone numbers if you have any further questions, either from Anne Marie's group at the AARP or Marcia's group over at the Heart offices there. And so on behalf of TBCN, our studios here at TBCN, I want to thank both of you for coming today. And we're going to be taking a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll be talking more about how we're going to get around the Tampa Bay area.
Whew, getting health information is a nightmare.
It's all in how you look at it. To you, it's a pile of books and reading until your eyes drop out. But to me, I go straight to NIHSeniorHealth.gov, click on what I want, and boom, there it is.
NIHSeniorHealth.gov, the medical website created with older adults in mind by the National Institutes of Health.
Getting health information at our age is tough.
Yeah, it's all how you look at it. To you, it's a pile of books and reading till your eyes drop out. But me, I go to NIHSeniorHealth.gov, click on what I want, and bingo, there it is.
Well, thanks for the tip.
NIHSeniorHealth.gov. It's easy to use. You can make the text bigger, make the contrast better, even make it talk to you. If only everything else out there were senior friendly. NIHSeniorHealth.gov, built with you in mind.
Change your life. Learn TV and internet video production skills at TBCN in Tampa. Become a skilled video producer quickly and inexpensively. Learn audio, editing, lighting, and camera basics. Produce multi-camera videos for TV, the internet, business, or pleasure.
Welcome to my live call-in show on Tampa Bay Community Network. You too can learn to produce and star in your own video programming, or you can have TBCN staff do it for you.
Call TBCN at 813-977-5200 today and change your life. Visit our website at tbcn.org and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
Welcome back to the Happy and Healthy Show. I'm Frederica Russell, your host. I'd like you to meet our guest, Chris Carson. And Chris is the District 7 Public Information Officer for the Florida Department of Transportation. And next we have Jason Jackman, who is with the USF Research Team out at the Center of Urban Transportation Research Department. And you have the Walkwise program out there, and that's really good. Looking forward to hearing all about it during this segment. Let's start with you, Chris. You're a public information officer for the Florida Department of Transportation, and you have this new program called Safe Mobility for Life, and it sounds very interesting, and I wonder if you'd tell us a little bit about it.
Sure, and it's actually been going on for several years right now,
it?
but we're happy to come on and talk about it today. Essentially, Florida really leads the nation with a lot of our older drivers. Right now, we're 17%, a little bit over 17%, or the population is 65 or older. By the year 2030, that number grows to 27%, where people are going to be 65 or older. So we have to really develop our roadways and develop our communities to be ready for that. And so we have this coalition that's been working for years. We've done lots of improvements to the road, and we've worked with lots of different partners, even developing manuals and websites, so we can hopefully help our seniors age and then actually retire from driving.
I see you have a little book right here with you.
Yes, this is our guide for aging drivers. It's our Florida's Guide for Aging Drivers, and it's a wonderful resource. People can go to safeandmobileseniors.org, and that's a kind of a one-stop shopping portal, if you will. It's a great website, and it will list all different aspects of growing older, anything from traffic laws to how do they find information on finding transit or finding areas in their community where they can get help if they need it.
You're over the public information officer for the Florida Department of Transportation. This Safe Mobility program encompasses many different projects throughout the state. That's kind of what I understood from the website.
It is. The DOT isn't doing this alone, of course. We're working with sheriff offices and hospitals and lots of different resources, and we have a ton of partners, AAA, AARP, different, as I mentioned, sheriff's offices, and also the Florida Highway Patrol. So we have numerous partners, too many to list.
Yeah.
And they get together and they've developed this website, as I mentioned, safeandmobileseniors.org. And really what it is we all talk about how we're financially planning our future, how we're investing for our financial future, but we don't really talk about with our parents or grandparents or even ourselves one day, how we're going to retire from driving. And that needs to be a topic in every family.
Well, one of the options that you are funding and behind is the project that Jason is involved in, right? And would you tell us a little bit about the WalkWise program?
Yes, WalkWise is an exciting program. It's an education program. We talk about pedestrian safety with attendees. Right now we're in Pinellas County presenting to area residents, businesses, anywhere we can go, homeless shelters. We talk about pedestrian safety. It's a 15-minute presentation, a free presentation. And it's an exciting one too, because there's a lot of information on what's going on around Florida for pedestrian fatalities, injuries. We talk about how to be a safe pedestrian. And so far, since 2010, we've given over 800 presentations, and we reached over 11,000 people in the Tampa Bay area. So we've really honed in on the importance of pedestrian safety for residents in the Pinellas.
You're working with the drivers as well, I'm hoping, too.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
We have driver safety, we have bicycle safety, and pedestrian safety, because all the modes of transportation are very important. And we really just want to get the word out about being safe, be seen, being alert as a driver, pedestrian, or bicyclist. Because we really need to be a zero fatality state, because we lead the nation in pedestrian fatalities.
I was reading the statistics were unbelievable. Now, also this ride on red, that seems to be a serious problem with pedestrians, and they're looking over here making sure people aren't coming so they can take their right, and meanwhile, somebody has stepped out on the crosswalk there, and that's quite a problem. You're trying to educate not only the driver, but the walker as well, right?
Exactly. The walkers, the bicyclists. One crash rate is the bicyclist riding against traffic, which is illegal. To ride in the roadway against the traffic is illegal, and it's also a high percentage of crashes that occur because of the cars making a right-hand turn. So one thing we're saying is bicyclists ride with traffic, pedestrians stay alert even when even at the crosswalks.
Yeah, and biking around here is really scary. My daughter is a biker, and she just loves to drive her bicycle. She came up from Tallahassee, where they really are big on bicycles at the university, and came here. And reading the papers, it's kind of scary to think about getting out on the highway with a bicycle, because and I see your reflective bag there. This is a perfect time. Get everybody to wear those.
Yeah, every attendee for the presentation receives a free Walkwise bag, and it has retroreflective strips, so it reflects light at night from motor vehicles.
Awesome.
We also have the opportunity to hand out bike lights to attendees, and we've been to many homeless shelters where it's been very well received, and they enjoy the presentation and also the bike lights to be visible.
Yeah.
So
it just means so much because, driving home, I get off around 9 o'clock at night, and oftentimes, I mean, you just really, the streets aren't lit that well, and a shadow goes by, and you're going, oh, wow, that was close or something, because you just don't see them. And, unfortunately, we're going pretty fast in these cars, so it's a risky situation.
Yeah.
Do you have, now this Walkwise program, this is actually a place where people can come and take courses, or is it online?
So the Walkwise program, you can register for a free presentation online at walkwisetampabay.com, and there's a link for it, and all you have to do is put your information, and we'll get back to you and schedule a meeting or a presentation. And it's as easy as that, and we'll come out there. We're very mobile. We have everything, projector, computer, bags. I mean, we have bags to hand out at the presentation. Yeah.
I think that bag idea was really good, and it fits over the back.
Yes,
as
it's
well.
a tote bag. It's a little backpack.
It's a tote bag.
Yeah. So you can wear it as a backpack. And
so when you're riding your bike or walking, people can see you as they approach you at night.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Really good. Well, I really love that program. Chris, tell us about some other things that the FDOT is doing for the seniors. And
sure, absolutely. We don't want to be known as, of course, the highest fatality state or one of the highest fatalities.
That's right.
We want to be known for our tourism, our beaches, our beautiful things around the area. But we have done a lot of roadway improvements. We have the countdown pedestrian signals. So when you're about to cross the road at a crosswalk, you'll see the pedestrian, it'll flash the signal how many seconds you have left to cross. And that's especially important for our seniors. If they're not as mobile as they used to be or not as quick as they used to be, they can see if there's only 10 seconds left. It may not be a great time to try to run across the road. So that's helped not only seniors, of course, but every age group.
Everybody, yeah. Kids too, especially, yeah.
We're putting in more refuge islands across our roadways so people can, if they make it across 2 lanes, or when they make it across 2 lanes, they can stop at the refuge island. They can wait for the cars to pass, and they can move on.
6-lane highways,
exactly.
3 going on. I mean, it takes as much time. Yeah, that's so great.
We're also using larger fonts and larger signs for seniors, and really trying to use brighten up the crosswalks. Retroreflective, brightening up the crosswalks. So when they do give up the keys, we want to make sure they still feel active and independent, and they can still get around their community.
That's right. Now, are you in with the Heartline people as well, or do you?
We work with Heart, definitely.
That's great. Well, they've got some really exciting. We learned in our last segment some really exciting things going on there with the Heart. Well, do you have anything that you'd like to specifically talk about just in our last few minutes? I think we have a couple of minutes left, so if you'd like to start, or Jason, either one, whichever one.
Well, I'll start. Jason doesn't mind.
Sure,
I think what we want to, as I mentioned, when we talk about retiring from driving, we want to make sure that our family is involved and also our physicians. So when you have that parent or grandparent, and it's time for them to take away the keys, we have this handbook, as I mentioned, the Florida's Guide for Aging Drivers, and then there's actually a checklist. And what we want people to do with their families is think about the places they go a lot: the grocery store, the doctors. Make a list. How far is it from their home? Are there options, transit options for them to use like Heart? Or are there family members or friends or other services, transit services that can get them there? How long it'll take them, and really try to develop a plan so when they do give up the car keys, how can they get where they need to go? And this guide will help them, as well as their website, safeandmobileseniors.org.
And how can they get that book, and how much is it?
The book is free. Again, it's Florida's Guide for Aging Drivers. And if they go to safeandmobileseniors.org, they can we'll mail them the book for free.
Well, that's wonderful, and I know that the websites are up on the screen, so everyone can jot down these important websites, and that's really a great book there. Jason, is there one last thing you'd like to say?
Yeah, one last thing, sure. What we find interesting at each presentation, it's an interactive presentation where we have a clicker system. We ask questions, and they can anonymously answer the questions. But the attendees are so shocked at the fatality rate. and that Florida's #1. And that's the impact we're having. It's the education, like what's going on, and you do have to be safe as a pedestrian. So in my experience, it's been such an amazing experience just presenting to our communities and senior centers, anywhere we can go. WalkWise is there.
WalkWise is there. That's churches and any groups. They have to have a minimum amount of people, or?
No.
Yeah.
And usually we have about 10 people. Sometimes it's 10, 20, or 100, but we'll be there.
That's excellent. That's really good. Yeah, I was reading the statistics on the fatalities and injuries that are happening now, and it's because there's a lot more people driving, and the highways are getting bigger and bigger, and it's kind of hard to cross the street.
Yeah.
At any age, really.
I've given presentations where, oh, my daughter would love this, or my granddaughter would love this, and I go, no, it's adults being hit and killed. It's for you.
That's right. That's right. It's for everyone, everybody. And like I say, a lot of these intersections aren't lit except for a million, car lights, and it gets really kind of confusing, and well, you just don't know which way to look for the light.
Yeah, lighting's important because majority of the fatalities that occur between dawn or dusk. So when it's dark out,
Yes.
your crash risk goes up as a bicyclist, motorist, or pedestrian.
But if they were wearing that lovely vest.
Our website's on there, walkwisetampabay.com.
I love that.
And we're on Facebook too.
Facebook?
Yeah, like us on
Right.
Facebook.
That's good. Well, it's good to have energy in it, because if you don't put energy in a program, it's just not going to fly,
Yeah, we love what we do, and again, we definitely see a reaction from the attendees. At first, they're like, okay, a safety presentation. At the end, they're like, I really learned a lot.
Yeah.
It's really going to help.
It's a lot. It's a lot to know, and it's something you really don't think about having to know. Well, I know how to walk and I can cross the street, but hey,
Yeah.
times have changed. I do want to thank both of you for being on our show today
Thank you.
and enlightening us and bringing this very valuable information to all of us here in the Tampa Bay area that really need some really good information, because we don't want to be afraid to go out. We don't want to, say, oh, geez, it's dark, and everything. But if we had a fine vest like that or a backpack like that, everybody could see a person walking across the street. I want to thank our viewers for being with us today. If you would like to learn video production skills, and/or you're interested in having your own show on TBCN's channels, please visit the station here at the University Mall. We have a lovely program, and we love to have you in the program with us. In the meantime, we hope you stay happy and healthy. Visit these websites. Call these nice people if the phones are available. If not, go to the sites, because they're full of good information that will help us stay happy and healthy. See you next time.